Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Duster Squad podcast. How are you gentlemen doing?
Well, not too bad.
Well, good.
It's Friday.
It is Friday, yes. Our weekly get-together.
I was gonna say not so bad. McMurray and see if anyone does. But I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, so the biggest sports thing. Eric, do you have headphones?
Oh dear.
That's no big deal, just whenever you get them in there.
I'm right here.
Otherwise,
this is live. This is great. Now the general public gets to see me.
Yeah, so if you don't know, when you're on
our production in action.
When you're on a call like this, if the person doesn't have headphones, it'll blink them out whenever you talk. So we wouldn't be able to hear you if you didn't have headphones. Because if we talk, it'll like automatically, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, as you can see behind, there's a new background. Danielle and I have moved once again. We've moved twice in the last 2 years.
Damn.
It's a lot of moving.
Yeah. For me, it's 3 times in the last like 2 years. About
right, because it was moving in with her, and yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I hate moving. I'm in my third year of living in the apartment I'm in.
It's the worst. You gotta get, because then when you move is when you find out, oh wow, I have a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Like I have so much stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, so we got that figured out. But honestly, the hardest part this time for moving, I didn't tell you guys the story, but we had a rough Saturday a couple weeks ago. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, because we came to move in and just nothing was ready. Like
I got that story. Yeah. I got that story because I think I did a one. Yep, you didn't talk to them.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
I listened to that episode. That's why I remember it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was annoying. And it honestly has continued. I don't know if they're just busy here or what, but like it took them a while, and they've fixed like these vertical blinds. We were without these vertical blinds for basically a week when we first moved in. So like we can't come out like I was walking out here in my underwear anyway. If you want to look in and see me, that's on you. But yeah,
here's the show, guys. Hey.
Yeah, like our dishwasher doesn't work right now. I'm hoping they're gonna come fix that. We didn't have hot water in the kitchen until yesterday, so we didn't have a dishwasher and didn't have hot water in the kitchen. So we were washing dishes with like ice cold water, which doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Sort of works, but yeah. But then we got the hot water going, so we seem to be okay now.
Okay.
Man,
I'll knock on wood for you.
Yeah. Moving on. The big sports thing this week was a Super Bowl. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I know Benny is saying he didn't watch any. He was too busy.
Are you telling me
mines.
it wasn't Edmonton or Habs beating Edmonton 6-2 in a matinee game last Sunday? What are you talking about?
I mean,
there was something else on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What was on? Was it a game of what? What was this ball game?
Sports ball.
Did they use their feet?
Sports ball.
Yeah.
I did wear my T-shirt that just has in green text across it. Sports.
Nice. That's your gear.
That's my football.
Whenever
my football.
Anything
viewing.
not hockey.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. If anybody ever brings me, an NBA game, an MLB game, I'll just wear that. No, actually, I'll wear an Expos jersey.
There you go. I'd love to go to an MLB game. That would be sick. Like honestly, go if we could head down, go to Shea Stadium.
Yeah, the ones I went to, I was so young because it was when the Expos were still in Montreal.
Oh yeah,
Shea Stadium is no more. It's a City Field.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Shea Stadium. Right. Yeah, I know. But see, so the last time I saw a Mets game was Shea Stadium. That's how long ago. So it's still Shea Stadium.
Yeah, if we were gonna do it, I would definitely say because I got to imagine Mets tickets are a lot fucking cheaper.
I don't know now.
Tickets.
They were something last year. Until
you just
the
gotta
playoffs.
wait for the Mets to crap the bed mid-season like they normally do, and you get
Okay.
those tickets. And listen,
Yeah.
that's not a jab at Mets fans, okay? You know what happens, all right? It's just reality, not a jab. Reality.
No jabbing. Listen, if I was gonna pick, the Mets are my NL team because obviously, the AL side,
Yeah.
obviously it's the Rays, but the Mets are my NL team because I like Max Scherzer because he's wild and he's really good, except for that one playoff game.
Yeah, they pay him all this money. They're like, just win us one playoff game. Just absolutely.
Can't do it.
I honestly, I have a soft spot for them just from the fucking. It's all about the Mets, Peter. It's the Mets. That meme with fucking. I think is it Kingpin in the meme that's saying it? I think it's some like Spider-Man meme.
Oh, Spider-Man. Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
with that accent. I thought it was Family Guy. I thought you were like
No.
being Lois. Peter, it's all about the Mets, Peter.
No. I love that meme though. But yeah, from the Super Bowl to the Mets. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I watched the Super Bowl.
38
I watched
to 35, right?
Yep.
That was final
And it was
score.
it was so lame at the end.
All of the
Yeah.
reffing call discourse I was hearing sounded very similar to hockey reffing in the well, if they're not going to call anything all game, they're going to call that. So it made me feel very at home.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say
not,
that.
It's
I
not
was
just
like,
hockey,
oh, hey,
guys. It's not
all right,
just
hey, look
hockey.
at that.
All
What
right,
do
Mike,
you
did you watch the entire game? Did you watch the entire game?
Not the entire game.
I
Not
need
the
to
entire
talk.
game.
All right, there's specific plays I need to talk about because this is just how I feel about football refing.
Yeah.
There was a play. An Eagles receiver catches the ball, right? He catches it, takes 2 steps, then gets hit, and the ball comes out. So that's a fumble,
That's
right?
a fumble if he had it. Well,
So they review it and they're like, "No, that's an incomplete pass." Literally like 5 minutes later, a guy on the Eagles makes one of those passes on the sideline. He catches it, is kind of bobbling it, gets 1 foot in, and that's a catch. So you're telling me and again, I know that's just how football rules work, but it's like, why is a catch so bro, that hit, that Kansas City Chiefs player making that hit, like perfectly timed, a fumble, momentum change, but then it's like, no, it's not a catch. It's like, but he freaking caught the ball and took 2 steps with it. What? It just makes no sense.
Yeah,
it just makes no sense.
Whenever I hear shit like this, I don't want to learn football rules.
it's really not. It's not like super.
No,
it's not super confused. You know when I get confused is when they start doing like penalties and like when they start determining the yardage for penalties. Because like I think when you get into the red zone or when you get close enough, instead of being a set number of yards, it's like half the distance to the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So like when that kind of stuff starts happening, then I'm like, okay, you're starting to lose me. But like everything else, it's kind of self-explanatory, kind of.
It's easy to understand, but it just feels so like there's just so many things to keep track of, I guess. Like, but all those things are simple, but there's just so many things going on. I mean, I guess it's kind of like hockey in that sense. Like, there's a lot of little things to keep track of in hockey, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I have enough trouble keeping track of how that doesn't make sense a lot of the time. I don't need more info in there. Yeah. I'm happy to watch my one football game a year and just be like, hey, I hope they win. Darn.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I know we talk about it all the time, like with hockey, like how like a penalty, like especially in the playoffs, it's everyone gets pissed when like that one penalty swings the momentum of the game. Right. And like it felt like at the end, and Mike, you can attest to this. It felt like at the end there, one penalty at the perfect time basically took all that pressure that the Chiefs were feeling right off of their shoulders. And then they're obviously a great football team, so they're going to deliver, you know?
Yeah. So what happened, Ben, and you'll understand.
Yeah.
It was like a week. Everybody else is saying that it's a weak call. It was called, I believe it was holding. The guy had it. Did you see any of this stuff? I'm sure you
Well,
saw.
yeah, because
a
it
lot
was
of
like a jersey grab, and then the guy afterward was like, "Yeah, I grabbed his jersey. I was hoping they wouldn't catch it or something along those lines." I just saw that because it was all over Sports Center, and they have that
Yeah.
plan at work.
To me, I don't pay all that much attention to football, but to me, when I saw it in real time, and even when I saw the replay, I was like, "Oh my god, you're calling that now? You're calling that in the last minute and a half of the Super
Right.
Bowl?" Because
Yeah.
he grabbed his jersey, but it was for like a millisecond.
It was
and
very light, and it was like the lightest little
Like I
yeah,
see
it
that shit
wasn't-
go uncalled all the time. Like,
Yeah.
really? You're gonna call it now? It's like, what? Come on. But whatever, they called it, and then yeah, just like that. I mean, they were still in a bad spot. The game probably would have ended the same way, but
Yeah.
whatever.
So yeah, and also definitely great comeback by the Chiefs. They definitely had a better
Yeah.
second half than the first half. So.
You know, when I started watching, I came in and I think like the second or third play that I saw was the Jalen Hurts right before the end of the first half. The Jalen Hurts fumble to touchdown for the Chiefs. I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
that's exciting. So yeah, you think about it, you just hadn't done that, man. You probably would have won.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got anything else on that?
Yeah.
Congrats to the Chiefs, but yeah.
Yeah.
Patty Mahomes, he's the
good.
guy. He's the next guy.
He's the next guy. 27
my
years old.
obligatory every year like statement of this. It's dumb that the owner gets the trophy first.
Yep, it's very dumb. That's very
stupid. It's really stupid. You didn't do shit.
Should very much be the players.
Yeah.
All the players. Yeah, I don't think the owner touches it until after like the whole training staff in the NHL. I don't even know if they ever touch that shit.
Like, I mean, I'm sure they do, which is like, yeah, they also should be able to be a part of like the celebration and get to do the shit. It's their team. But like, no, the team just won it. Like,
yes.
Anyway.
Very, very much, very true. Very true.
Agreed.
Yeah. I also saw a meme because it was like immediately the post game, Travis Kelce was like yelling and he was like, "Put some respect on our name." And then the meme was that, and then it was a photo of Stamkos, and like the caption is, "I'm just so proud of this group." It's like the difference between the two sports. It's like, yeah. One's a little bit more exuberant than the other. But yeah. Stanley Cup, still the best trophy in sport.
In our opinion, just saying.
Yes. And also,
it's cooler because it's like
in
the
dictionary.
same thing, and it comes back every year, and like there's the teams on it, and like it's not just a new one every time, which is like most of the rest of them are.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. All right. Well, now that this is objective.
Plus, I mean, every sport's difficult, but man, the NHL playoffs gotta be one of the most difficult to get through, considering it's 7-game series all the way through.
It's game,
a contact sport, so it's not like basketball where it's all those series, but like, foul, like come on. So I feel like it's the toughest to win. Obviously, football is it's contact sport as well, but it's one game and it's one game a week. So
yeah.
That's all I got. All right. Well, we can go into our team updates. Ooh, let me get Nick's pulled up here.
Oh yeah, we got a statement.
Gosh, I love reading word for word. Was that in the Facebook?
Yes, I do believe.
Oh, yep, right here. All right. This is straight from Nick, and I'm gonna read it with typos and everything, because that's what I do.
Oh my god.
Big news with the Sens is they lost Forsberg to double MCL tears. Did you guys see that picture? Was that unnatural? Was his shit at an unnatural angle, or was it just me?
I didn't see anything. I didn't see the photo, but the thought of double MCL tears is just
that's bad.
It didn't look too good.
That's bad.
That's
that's
hard pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass on that.
Yep. They lost Jake Sanderson for a while as well. Talbot is still out, a couple weeks from coming back. So right now, I think I saw a photo of this. They have like 2 brand new goalies that have like 20 something games, NHL games total between the 2 of them or something, or it might even be less.
Yep.
Damn.
Who is it? Mads Sogard and
Kevin Mandelos.
This says Mandalosa. I'm just gonna assume that.
Oh, maybe it's Mandelos.
No, it's Mandelos because it's like yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
But since the All-Star break, they're 2-1. They play the Blackhawks tonight, and they're still winning because remember I believe were 4 in a row going into the break, which means that they're now 6 out of their last 7.
Damn.
So that's what they got to do to make it. So
They're currently winning 3-1 over the Blackhawks.
Well, there we go.
And of course, Claude Giroux scores the game after I had to drop him to bring Matthews back in. It was
Nick finishes with hopefully they can hold on till Talbot gets back. If they do, who knows? They still may have a slim chance.
interesting.
I think they do. I think they got a slim chance, but also
I think they also have a big chance of Pierre Dorian possibly
selling.
No, like over optimistically buying and having that blow up a bit. Because
don't do it. This is not the year.
I feel like this is it's like maybe bring in like a couple, like a third pairing defenseman or like a solid like third liner or something just to shore some stuff up a little bit. And then let it ride. And if the team gets them there, it gets them there. But I wouldn't be doing too much this year, and I wonder if he might.
But what about Erik Karlsson?
No.
Yes.
Simply no.
Yes.
Simply no.
Yes.
All right, Ben. If you look at Ottawa's decor and then repeat that question, what do you think?
Some other defenseman. If they want Joel Edmondson.
Stop trying to pawn off your players.
Dude, that's legendary. You bring Edmondson.
Every time we talk about trades, Ben's like, "But we have a nice who the hell? A nice Josh Anderson.
Yeah,
5.5 for fucking 10
He's
more
having
years.
a year. He's having a year. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did he get 20 points this year?
Actually, I want to see because it's probably still not great, but I just like my view of like who's doing well is
Listen, man, 25 points isn't good at this stage. Okay, I promise.
Guess how much he has.
I'm gonna guess he has his jersey number 27.
His jersey number is 17. But
okay, well then I'm gonna guess he has 10 plus his jersey number and has 27.
And Eric.
If I was an NHL GM and I sat down and had a pint with Ben, he'd convince me to take Josh Anderson's contract. I'm not even joking.
What
He's
do you
just
think
that good.
Eric?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the
points so far this year?
I'm gonna say 14.
Oh shit!
Damn, you think it's just dog shit? Huh?
Oh, I thought you were
okay.
close.
So it's
he was injured for a while.
He was a little bit.
That's
his. I
think he's only missed.
That's his problem.
No, he's actually had a really healthy year. Like I think he had a minor injury where he was out for like a few games, but like he's been in most of the games this year.
Oh, okay.
But he was in about halfway between. He has 21 points.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joel.
He has 21 points in 53 games this year.
No,
but 15 of them. Oh, this is Josh Anderson.
This is Josh Anderson.
Oh,
yes.
15 of them are goals, and almost
that's
like
nice.
he's been coming on like the last like month and a half has been his hottest because after Caulfield went down and even a little bit before that, he's been coming in and up out of the top line with all the injuries, and then recently. Him, Nick, and Raphael Harvey-Pinard, who's been on a fucking tear, 7 goals in 11 games, I think.
He's awesome.
They've become like a really fun line, and they've been pretty good the last little bit. So, Josh Anderson.
Listen, man.
Calgary's apparently interested.
No,
Calgary's apparently interested.
That's because Calgary is stupid. Nobody in their right mind is gonna pay $5.5 million or whatever the hell it is.
Somebody's gonna.
For some dude that's got 15 goals, 21 points at this point in the season. Holy shit!
Yeah,
McDavid's got.
why would
McDavid has 80 more
he's
points.
Big and fast, Mike. He's big and fast.
Mike,
he's big.
Why would anyone? Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone do that when the Islanders already locked 3 of those guys up on their roster? Like, no need to trade for it. Not a big deal.
Listen, it works for the Islanders sometimes. Oh god.
I don't even know where we were at.
Josh Anderson, he annoys me because he was so good against the Lightning. And then
he has flashes. When he's on, he's fucking on.
He just has no consistency.
Yeah. But that's fine because he's big and hits people and scores off the rush sometimes.
All right. Well, hey, sounds like you guys love him up there. You should probably keep him.
Well.
I mean, that's the thing. It's going to take a lot to pry him away from us. We're not looking to get rid of him. But like, if somebody comes to us with the right offer, I mean, you know.
So are we staying up north then? Because we just did the Sens. So are we going into the Canadians here?
Yeah. Keep going.
It was a weirdly fun week. Like, it was terrible for the Islanders game was the one game I didn't see because MSG blackouts. So you could talk about that game, Eric. What did you see?
I can. Okay. I saw none of that game, and I FaceTimed Caroline because overtime started. And I'm like, hey, Caroline, you can't watch this game right now. Yeah, let's watch it together. I'll just I'll point the phone at the TV. It was just the worst overtime I've ever seen the Islanders ever play. I'm like, thank you for watching that with me. I want to jump into a frozen pond. The Islanders, okay, so the overtime starts and Mike Matheson just like goes around the net and just is like, oh, okay, I just have all this ice, so I guess I'll just skate and just outskates every Islander
for a fucking walk,
into a 2-on-1, and then Varlamov bails them out. Varlamov was playing. Then someone takes a penalty. Who took a penalty? I forget who took it. I think Hoffman took a penalty.
Did the Habs kill a penalty in overtime?
The Habs watched the Islanders power play go to work in overtime. The Habs did it. All right, I don't want to discredit the Habs. Harvey Pinard was.
Didn't Sam Montembeault have a really good game too in that?
Montembeault had a great game, and then it's Harvey Pinard.
Yeah, Raphael Harvey Pinard. Yeah.
Harvey Pinard. Okay, he had an unbelievable penalty kill. Great penalty killer. He's like your Swiss Army knife there.
He's just came up and he's been doing a little bit of everything. He's fun.
Yeah.
Is he the new Armia?
No, he's the new Lehkonen.
His nickname in
Lehkonen.
Laval,
that's what I was thinking.
His nickname in Laval was Lavaliger because he's got a lot of Gallagher traits. He's a fucking feisty dude. He can score some goals. He can be solid defensively. He's a fun player. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, so he had a great overtime. So the Islanders get a power play and they just pass the puck around in a triangle. No cross seams, no nothing. Just shots into defenders' shin pads. And then Barzal stays out for like almost 3 minutes. Just trying to assist people. And the way that I'm kind of like, we're double dipping here. I'm not going to go into this when my team segment comes up, but Horvat's in front, right, as your tip guy, and barely they just don't get the puck to him at all. And then they have to reset because Montreal clears it. Hoffman's penalty is about to end, and there's like 30 seconds left in overtime. Barzal comes into the zone, tries to do like a quick little punch turn and back pass it, and he loses his footing. Loses his footing. Right when he loses his footing, turns the puck over. Hoffman comes out of the box. Yeah. It's like that. It's just
perfect
and you
timing.
just know. I'm just watching this. I'm like, here it is. So Hoffman gets the puck, and that was, I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter. It was that weird offsides thing where they reviewed it for a while. I'll get to this. So he gets the puck, and it's kind of in his feet as he crosses over the line, but he has control of it. He shoots it, and of course Varlamov again bails the Islanders out, and the rebound comes out, and Mike Matheson is just flying down the ice again, and the rebound comes out, and he just shoots it in, and that's it. That's the game.
I did see that happen. Yes.
I didn't see
It was
any
nice
of that
And
stuff.
then they make the Islanders and Canadians wait for like 5 minutes trying to it's like, guys, did you see that Islanders overtime? Send them home. For the love of God,
Just
send
let
them
it be
home.
done.
Let Montreal won in their reverse retro jerseys. Let them
Oh,
enjoy the
hey!
moment.
They broke the
Let them
curse.
enjoy the moment. They broke the of course they broke the curse.
Hey.
They literally both seasons that there's been reverse retros, they've gotten their win in the last game in them.
Nice.
Crazy.
Not nice. That's terrible.
But yeah, it was just like one of the worst overtimes I've ever seen. Like, not only were things not executed right, but just like it's just like, you know, the saying "make your luck," like that was it. It's like the Islanders did not make their luck. But that being said, Mike Matheson can skate for sure. I know the Islanders aren't one of the fastest teams, but man can skate. He could skate. Solid like NHL caliber defenseman. I don't know if you consider him like a 1-2 or a 3-4. But
I don't know. I'd have to see.
and yeah, Mike Hoffman, good old Mike Hoffman, Benny, the guy who you were like, the Islanders need a goal scorer. There he is, right there.
He's been coming on even more. He's been coming on. Like he's had a shit. Yeah, I know. He's mostly been assist lately. Which
everybody's
weird,
coming on. They're like, please trade me.
Honestly, yeah, but Mike Hoffman has become like way more tradable lately. I'm trying to find his stats.
Panthers.
Back to the
22 points in 41 games, but again, like with Josh Anderson, it's all like because they had dog shit starts to the year. And like have had like a really strong last like 20 games or so. So there are a lot of them are all heating up at the right times to possibly do something. Like Jonathan Drouin has 17. He has 17 assists in 32 games.
I mean, that's not bad.
They've all kind of come in the last little stretch. He's been pretty injury like, but they're talking like he's a guy that might go for like a 3rd round pick kind of trade, like with what he's worked himself into, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
So there's been a lot of that.
If you can get anything for that guy.
Yeah. Sean Monahan's slated to come back within the next 2 or 3 games. So hopefully he can get back into some games, get scoring like he was before he went down. And maybe something can happen there because he had 17 points in 25 games before he went down.
That's not bad at all. That's very.
So get him as a 3rd line center or something. He's like defensively sound. Who knows? But more speaking to the games from recently, after the Islanders game, they just kicked the shit out of Edmonton.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because sure,
6-2.
I like the only time that Edmonton had anything going was on their power play and the like once or twice each period when McDavid would just be like, I'm gonna McDavid now. And Jake Allen was just solid as hell. I'm trying to because I feel like that was a comeback, I want to say.
They went down early and then they
or no, they were winning. Oh no, they went up 1-0 to start. With Alex Belzil scoring his first NHL goal, I think age 31. So that was cool. He's been like an ECHL to AHL grinder kind of guy. He's been their AHL captain for like this season, maybe last. And he got his first NHL goal at 31. So that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then it was the Habs scored twice after that with Jordan Harris and Josh Anderson scoring. Then Edmonton looked like they were going to get back into it. Leon Draisaitl and Evander Kane scored to make it 3-2. And then things started getting really chippy. Evander Kane started chirping. And then the Habs proceeded to score the next 3 goals and win 6-2. And among that was a bunch of fighting and bad stuff. And Arbor Jacki like did something to his shoulder when he was in a fight. Like he connected pretty hard with a few rights, and then like on one of them you just saw him hit and then immediately go fuck kind of thing, like his shoulder, like he was just, and he went off and he's out indefinitely. So add that to the injury column, so that's fun. But that game, Jordan Harris scored twice, like the day after he signed a 2-year extension. So good for
Nice.
Jordan
Very
Harris.
nice. Very nice.
He's been solid as hell as another of their young defensemen. And then Chicago, I'll spend less time talking about because it was just it was boring for like a period. And then in the third, or a couple periods really, because Justin Barron scored in the first and to open it up, and then nothing really happened until the third when the Habs just had like 3 goals in like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And just
That's exciting.
dunked on the Blackhawks in the third. So that was fun, but it's the Blackhawks. So it was just fun to watch some wins because I haven't gotten a lot of that. So it's just nice to get some wins in there. And then they got absolutely curb stomped by Carolina last night. They were tied 2-2 after 2, but like they were tied 2-2 after 2, but the shots were 29-16 in favor of Carolina.
Yeah.
And then there was a 5-minute stretch, but for Carolina. This time in the third, where they just decided we're just gonna win, and they just did all of the goals.
I mean that is something that they do.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting week. It's been nice to get some wins in there, just to watch some fun hockey because I haven't gotten a lot of that this year, and they actually looked weirdly good against Edmonton. I don't know what was going on there. They held McDavid scoreless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the Habs.
That's odd. That is odd.
Hey, so sure. I mean, there's been some growth from some players. It's been nice to see. It's just good. I am still, as I have been for like the last 3 or 4 months, looking forward to the trade deadline.
Yep, I am too. I'm interested to see because there's still a bunch of names out there. Obviously, last week we talked about a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, we talked about. We obviously already talked about the Islanders Canadiens game, but what else? What else happened this week?
Yeah. So Islanders country, everything is just fantastic. The Islanders can't beat Vancouver, Montreal, or Ottawa. That's been the Islanders. That's the team that's gonna get that wild card spot. They're gonna do damage in the playoffs. They're built for the playoffs.
You got a point against the Habs.
And you know what? We got a point against the Habs and the Sens, but one was a shootout loss.
There's a win.
The Islanders.
There's a win. There's a win right there.
Oh, I hate it.
So that is 3 losses to teams in the bottom third. About the bottom third of the league.
Yep. During crunch time.
Hey, I mean, like Toronto also loses to bottom of the barrel teams all the time. So like, and they're a good team.
But
they lose in the first round every single year.
It's not a perfect analogy.
Listen.
Okay, the Sens game I didn't watch any of, but I know this. The Islanders have not won a shootout this year at all.
They're not a shootout team, man.
No. I think
it makes sense because like their whole thing is they're not great at scoring.
No,
so they don't have
like why would they? Yeah, it's like
have the dangles. They're not gonna. Yeah.
Palmieri's like, I'm just gonna come in and shoot for the top corner, like I do on a 2-on-1. It's like, well, it's just you and the goalie this time, buddy. But the Islanders had a poor showing this week. That being said, I guess relevant Islanders news. We're doing this live, so right now they just beat Pittsburgh 5-4.
Hey,
at home.
There you go. That's an important team to beat too.
It's an important team to beat. So they play Pittsburgh and the Capitals 3 times each.
Still
in this so now Pittsburgh 2 more times.
Didn't we have this conversation last year too? Or that was when Washington was trying to get in.
Why are they all pushed together like that?
I don't know actually, and let me confirm that because that's what I saw. They play.
I mean, it makes sense, like because they're in the same division, but like I don't know why they're all crunched together. I guess that's okay.
Yeah, they play Washington. Yep. But anyway, so they beat Pittsburgh 5-4 tonight, and they were down 4-2.
Yeah, it was 3. I'm looking at the score now. Yeah. It was 3 unanswered.
3 unanswered. Yep.
Oh, so I don't know.
Which is
so I don't
that's
know.
a huge one.
Yeah,
that's a huge one.
I don't know if this is updated yet, but when it does, I believe if it's updated,
they're in a playoff spot.
Yeah, they're gonna be in a wild card spot.
They're in a wild card spot, and how many games in hand do others? So Pittsburgh has 4 games in hand.
Yeah.
On them.
Pittsburgh has 4 games in hand.
Buffalo also has 4 games in hand.
Oh, the Islanders
Yep.
have played a lot. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's a
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yep.
Ain't
So
good.
That
statistically,
math might not math.
statistically,
But
they
listen,
did
if,
it, boys.
if you beat them for the next 2 times,
That's the thing. Those games will be crucial.
those are important.
Those will be crucial games.
Capitals ones as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to say this. Bo Horvat obviously is done with Bo Horvats. I feel bad. It's like he comes to the Islanders, and in all these games, like most of the games, he scored a goal, and then
Yeah.
and then they lose.
So he's
And
doing
they
what
lose.
he came
Like,
to do.
yeah, he's like, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know what you guys.
I don't know what you
I
want.
did the thing.
want. Yeah, I did the thing. But so that's
I
good.
can try to do the thing twice next game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We need 2 out of you every night. Come on.
every single night.
Come on, bro.
But that's a big win against Pittsburgh. I will say so. Brock Nelson scored 2, Anders Lee scored 2, and Zach Parise scored the game winner. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, that's good to get like other guys stepping up. Like other than Horvat scoring goals. Although Nelson doesn't really surprise me because Nelson's been like the most. I think he's on a 12-game point streak right now. Brock Nelson.
Okay, all right. Pick
Good
him up
for
in
Brock.
fantasy.
Which is yeah. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Islanders. They're just underperforming severely. That being said, I need to watch the highlights of this game, and see how it looks. Because a home win against Pittsburgh, I mean, talk about UBS is probably popping like that. That'll definitely get them going. But I just don't trust them enough to sustain that.
It's
Does get the
provocative.
people going.
I've never actually seen that movie. I only know
I
that
did
from, like,
only
that
recently.
Song. Is it what is it?
recently.
Blades of Glory? Or
Yes.
Or yeah.
It's a fun
okay.
movie.
It's incredible.
God, yeah.
The Islanders should try some of those moves at practice. Maybe they'll make a playoff spot by the end of the year.
Yeah. Maybe. Hey, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They're in one right now. Let me update.
Yes.
They're definitely going to hold on to
They
it.
are.
That won't change at all.
There
in the East.
they are. The second wild card spot. Look at them go.
Look at them go. Who do they play right now?
Here's the more important thing. They're a point ahead of Washington, and Washington only has 1 game in hand.
1 game ahead. Yeah. That's true.
So if they beat Washington twice out of the next 3,
I would say, yeah, if that could help things. Yeah. And they do hold their fate in their own hands in a sense if they have all those games against Pittsburgh still.
They definitely do.
You just got to win those games.
Just like they held their fate in their hands with that power play in overtime against the Canadiens and that shootout against the Ottawa Senators. All right, boys, on to Tampa Bay.
I'm not shocked they lost a shootout. Let's just say that doesn't surprise me.
Well, I'm going to end the segment with salty Islander fan Eric.
Why don't I segue? Would you be shocked if I said the Lightning lost a shootout to Arizona?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I did see that, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because I saw the clip. It was like all of Arizona mobbing Karel Vejmelka after it. Because didn't he have an insane amount of saves during the game?
No, he did not.
Oh, it was
Connor Ingram did.
Oh, Connor Ingram. Right. It wasn't Karel Vejmelka. I was just assuming that.
No,
it
worse.
was Connor Ingram.
It was worse. Okay, so all right, so let me
Steve
start.
Dangle was right about Connor Ingram.
He was. Yep. So there's a preview. Let me go back to the beginning of the week, right after last week's episode. They played Dallas on Saturday, a nice matinee. We actually caught a little bit of it at B-Dubs. Because we went there after we moved stuff into here.
Nice.
They won 3-1. Just played a solid game. Then they played the Avalanche on Tuesday, which I was able to watch, and they did win, but it was weird because they were playing well, but they would give up these grade A chances, and then Colorado would capitalize.
Right.
So it was they were very, very sloppy defensively. That will have to change. But that being said, they were sloppy defensively, and then they won anyway. So that's nice, I guess. And then we get to the Arizona game. Dude, I didn't watch this game because it was late and I was tired. They deserve to win that game, obviously. because it's
Yeah,
Arizona.
goalie's gonna goalie sometimes.
Yeah, they had so many chances. They had like 5 posts.
yeah.
The luck wasn't on their side, and Connor Ingram played an awesome game. But yeah, and then even in OT, they had like insane chances and another post in OT, and it's like, oh my god, what do you got to do to get a goal? But yeah, so they lost,
I
and
wouldn't
actually,
worry about that.
no, I'm
really
not.
very
That's
much.
they. I'm not worried because they looked good. Like
Yeah.
I watched the highlights, they looked good. They didn't really give up that many opportunities. They were getting all the scoring chances. Obviously, I think they outshot them like 35. Let me look. Or it was like 40 something. Connor Ingram made like 45 saves.
Yeah, it was something stupid.
Ingram makes 47 saves. Yeah, so it was. Let me get to the team stats here.
Hockey is silly that way. Not even every once in a while. It's honestly kind of frequent if you look at like across the league. Every other night, there's like just some goalie being like, "Tonight, I am Dominic Hasek."
Yeah. So the shots ended.
Brodeur, if you will.
Yeah. The shots ended up 47 for the Bolts, 26 for Arizona. An interesting note as well, both goalies, because it was 0-0 at the end of regulation, both goalies got a shutout. Yep.
Yeah.
So Elliott gets a shutout, and obviously Ingram got a shutout and a win. So that's pretty cool. But I would have liked to see them win. I mean, let me see. Does it break it down by period? I would love to see the shots per period, because I'm pretty sure at the end of one, it was like 20-4 or something. Like it was something ridiculous. But yeah, so they lost that one. Whatever, not that big a deal. They got a point out of it, which is nice. They could have gotten 0 points, which would have been annoying. They are currently 1 point behind Toronto. In the Atlantic.
Oh shit! Really?
Yep, 1 point behind. They were ahead of them for like a little bit, but they're 1 point behind with a game in hand. Toronto just has a shitload of loser points.
Damn.
Yeah,
So Tampa might get home ice.
they very well could get home ice by the end of the year, but Toronto also just got Matthews back, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, they're playing the Habs tomorrow, so
There's a loss for Toronto.
Well, I'm not gonna go saying anything. I want to see what happens. But it's been fun so far this year.
I think that's all I had. They play. They got another test tomorrow with another test tomorrow with Vegas, I believe. Yep, Golden Knights.
There you go.
Yep, they're on a little Western road trip right now.
Who I will get to when you get fancy, but it says Logan Thompson's going to be out for a few weeks, and it still won't let me put him on my fucking IR. I don't understand how fantasy IR works. It's so dumb.
I don't either. I don't know. But that's all I got for the Bolts. Still in a good spot. They've just been playing well. You know, it's what they do. They know how to do it. They just keep doing it.
There you go. Good for the Bolts.
Interesting thing that I saw on Twitter, though. Currently, the top 6 teams in the league are Eastern.
All Eastern Conference teams, yeah. The West is not good this year.
The West is not very good, and the East is wild.
Is not great. Which I was listening to. I think it was the Hockey PDO cast, which was a bit of a throwback, and then they brought it to Sportsnet's podcast network this year, so that's fun. I always like it. Dmitry Filipovich, it's fun show. But we're saying like Dallas especially is in a spot where the West is wide open. If there was ever a year Dallas could maybe add at the deadline, this might be their year.
This is it.
Which I think was intriguing because, like, yeah, honestly, they're crushing it right now. And that podcast brought up a good point of if you're depending on Ryan Suter to play significant minutes right now and like a playoff run and want to go deep, it's probably not the best. So it'd be interesting to see what they might do.
Yeah.
Because the West has never been so open in a very long time. Because
for
the longest time when we were younger, it was the conference.
At the beginning.
And then there's been a shift of that.
Yeah,
since, like,
which they're always.
It was like the early 2010s to like 2015, 2016 is when the shift sort of started to happen, but you still had
Yeah.
your San Jose that was kind of killing it there for another couple of years.
Every single California, I mean, LA, San Jose,
Right.
Anaheim.
But like towards the back end of it was like 2016, 17 was like when San Jose and Nashville were kind of starting to fall off. And then it was sort of starting to transition over. And now it's just fully the Eastern Conference is just monsters.
Now it's like
the entire way down the conference standings. Like it's just like
I like
so many good teams.
I'm sure it's happened before, but I'd like to know for sure. Like if this many teams from one conference have ended up at the top of the league standings. I'm sure it's happened, but like 6 is pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts.
What this is shaping up to be, though, is this is going to be, I think, a crazy year for, like teams had they been in a different division would have made the playoffs scenarios. Because
let's take a look, shall we?
Because like back in 2019, if the Habs had been in the Central, they would have made it. Colorado wouldn't have. They would have made it over Colorado and Vegas, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then they got the mojo. They got it right back. They got paid back in spades in 2021 because they wouldn't have made it if they weren't in the Canadian division. So they got it. They got paid back for it, I guess, and they went to a cup final off of it. But I wonder this year, is there any situation
as of right now? Washington and Florida are both at 62 points, which puts them in the second wild card spot, but if they over in the West, but if they were in the Central, then they would both be 1 point back of third place, Colorado. So there it is. Because like you look at the East, and those are Florida is an Atlantic team, and they are
which that honestly kind of screws you.
They're 11 points back of Tampa, who's the next closest team, and then Washington is also 62. And they are 10 points back of the Rangers for the next Metro team. Or no, technically the next Metro team is Islanders and then Pittsburgh, both at 63. But
so I think there's going to be probably 2 or 3 teams in that situation this year.
I would expect.
So that's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's the kind of wind down of the playoff race is going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's not going to be like we know who's making it.
Yeah, because
we'll know the top
last
teams.
Year it was like that.
Yeah, we'll know the top teams, but like it's going to be an actual wild card race. I think. I hope.
Yeah.
Because then I'll actually be able to watch.
I hope it keeps being tight. Like I don't want any team to win too much.
Yeah.
I want everybody to spread the wins around right now. I want this to be tight right to the end because I have no horse in this fight or dog in this fight.
Eric's
horse in this race.
If the Islanders could win a lot, that would be nice.
I'd be okay with that. The Islanders can. I like the Islanders.
Thank you. Yeah. Looking at the standings right now, as you guys are talking.
It's wild, dude. It's freaking wild.
The East is really something. Yeah.
It's very
it's a
good.
gauntlet.
It's
for
very
sure.
good. Yeah, and which is it's again, what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen here. We're going to get into the playoffs. Whatever team makes it from the East to the Stanley Cup final is going to be put through the ringer. And then like Dallas is just going to walk through everybody with like some sweeps because the teams blow over there.
What about Vegas?
We saw it last year. Colorado was a good team. Colorado
Vegas
very well may have been better than the Lightning
last year.
But
they had that Nashville round in the first round.
They played like 3 or 4 fewer games than the Lightning because they had 2 sweeps.
Yeah.
Like
sweeping Edmonton was on a roll last year.
Yeah,
that's not nothing.
I'm not saying that it is, but fuck, man, they definitely had an easier path.
They did have to go against legend Mike Smith.
They did. That's true. That's true. Honestly, that's better than the cup itself. Taking down a legend like that.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, I think that's all we got. You guys want to do a quick live hurdle and then?
Oh hell yeah!
And then go into a short break.
Just some updates, real quick.
Yes.
Live updates. Connor McDavid, 100 points in 56 games. 54 games.
There 54.
How many games?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
fuck.
impressive.
And less impressive, Nick. I'm sorry. The Sens blew the lead. They lost in overtime.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. See, come on, Senators. This is not the stuff you want to be doing if you want to get Erik Karlsson back.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a bit of live.
Carson's like,
Let's do a bit of live hurdle here. Shall we?
okay.
Shall we? I just gotta find this.
I was gonna say Carlson was like, you know what? If the Sens can beat Chicago, I'll go there. And they didn't do that.
That's definitely what was happening.
That was his marker. He's like, as long as they can beat Chicago, I'm fine with going there.
That was definitely it. Yeah. I gotta share my screen. Oh, I hope you guys are ready for ads.
Always ready for ads.
Free ads. Google. Stop giving me ads. All right, you guys ready? Is everybody watching?
Have we
Okay.
ever gotten Connor McDavid?
No.
Not yet. I'm trying to think the best player we've gotten.
I mean, it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't do it that much because then it makes it too easy.
Yeah, they're too easy. We had
Anyway.
John Tavares once. That might be our best player.
Did we?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh boy. That looks like a Brady Tkachuk.
Kind of does.
Yeah. Do it.
I don't think it is, but that's just what popped in.
Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try and see if we can get something going. Here.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Super is
Oh,
not.
dear.
All right.
Could not be less Brady Tkachuk. All right.
Shit, man. All right, so they're in the West. Not
Yep.
American.
could
Quite a
not
bit
be
older
a
than
m-
23.
That could not be a more generic silhouette.
No, it's pretty yeah.
It looks like he has a bit of a jaw going though.
A little bit, yeah. This
Bit
is
of
a
a
West, so maybe
jawline.
give me they're not left wing, so give me a West center.
Who does that look like?
You got me. It looks like they don't have hair, but they sort of have hair.
Yep.
It might just be like really short. Like
Yeah.
a really
What
short
about
style.
Kevin Shattenkirk?
Try it.
He has no hair, so I doubt it's him, but I will try him. Okay,
It's a
defenseman.
Western D and a
Okay.
higher number than 22 in the Central.
Yeah, central defenseman. Close to 22 for their jersey number.
A
Central
little
defenseman.
higher.
Younger
so-
than 34.
So central teams. It's not close to 23 or 34, so that means it's probably in the 28, 29 range.
Mm.
So right like at the average, basically.
So let's try defensemen in Central teams. Who's
Yeah,
is that
Let's think.
Eric Johnson?
Is this he is way older. Too old for
Is he?
that, right?
Too old?
Eric Johnson, isn't he?
I don't know how old he is.
Eric Johnson.
Oh.
Yes, he is the exact same age.
Oh no.
Damn.
Well, it's not Colorado. So let's think. Let's think Nashville. Who's Nashville got? It's not Roman
That's what I was
Yossi.
thinking.
It's not Roman Yossi.
Matthias Ekholm?
I would say is Ekholm still there?
I thought he had hair.
He's also number 14, so that wouldn't make any sense.
Never mind. But they gotta have other. Is that Ryan McDonough?
Nah, that's not
His
right.
number is 24.
Nah, that's not right. He's
Is
he's
it?
American. Stop guessing Americans.
Oh, that's true.
Oh wait, yeah, we gotta stop guessing Americans.
Oh, damn.
Is that Seth
okay.
Jones?
It might be.
No, because
Oh,
he's number
it-
4. He's number 4.
Oh, yep.
And he's American.
Oh my god, we just keep guessing Americans.
Dang, there's a lot of American D-men over there. Central teams.
I mean, think
Dallas?
anybody?
Haskinen's too young. And his number is 4 as well. This is gonna be somebody I've never heard of, and it's
The
gonna.
St. Louis Blues.
It's
The
gonna-
St. Louis Blues.
Who's on the St. Louis Blues? Is Justin Falk?
Nah, he has long hair.
Pretty sure he's American.
Is he?
Could it be Pareko?
He's
Sure,
50.
try.
He's
Pareka
55.
is Canadian.
There we go. 28-year-old, probably Canadian. Oh,
Defenseman.
Boy. Oh boy.
This is tough.
Could it be someone on Chicago? I don't know. I feel like it's somebody on Chicago just because I've never it's gonna be somebody I've never heard of. But to be
Try
honest,
Jake McCabe. He is a
You-
defenseman on Chicago.
how do you spell it?
Tried Jake.
Jake McCabe.
Fuck.
Not Chicago.
He's American.
He's
God,
American.
Only American.
All right, not Chicago. Oh shit, we're running out here, boys. All right, so what do we?
What teams have we eliminated? Not Colorado, not St. Louis,
Yeah.
not Chicago.
So,
So Nashville.
Nashville, Dallas.
Oh, wait. Is it Spurgeon?
Oh, Minnesota.
Try
I
it.
think that is. No, it is Minnesota though.
Oh
Minnesota.
my god! And he's Canadian. I knew he was Canadian.
Who else is on
Dang it.
Minnesota?
Minnesota. Is it? That's not Dumba. Is he American?
It might be. It might be Dumba.
Wait. Yeah, because Dumba is 24. Yep. Right? Isn't he
Yeah.
number 20? It's Dumba. It's got to be Dumba. It's got to be Dumba.
Oh,
Let's
there we
go.
go.
Let's go.
Nice. There we go.
Damn.
Minnesota. I was like,
Right
what
under the
are we
wire.
missing?
Got
Let's
it.
Go.
Second to last guess. All right, let's do another one. That one didn't take. That one was tough, but we actually got it and didn't take us too long. Let's do one more.
That's
We
pretty
combine our efforts.
Here we are. We're back.
Necklaces.
We're back with Google ads.
Those people did not pay us, Google.
Man, who's that? He's got a beard. He's got a scruff. Got a bit of
Um,
beard.
Ryan Ellis.
I mean, I'm gonna put that just because we got to put something. Oh, nice Metro
Let's
team.
go.
That's
Let's go.
that's value because now we can start guessing Metro teams.
And not a defenseman.
No, not a defenseman.
But he's
Canadian.
Canadian.
Hey guys, the jersey number is lower than 94. Just
That's helpful.
Perfect. Thank you. His numbers.
Uh,
Ryan Ellis's number is 94.
I mean, maybe in Philly, but it was like
Yeah.
it was like 4 in
Yeah.
in-
Okay.
Nashville.
But he's
Um,
played all of like 1 or 2 games in Philly. So
Not been
yeah.
very much.
The long-lived number 94, Ryan Ellis.
All right, so let's think. Islanders, Eric.
Is that an Islanders player?
Is that Adam
Clutterbuck.
Fox?
No, it's not Cal Clutterbuck. Ooh, Adam Fox is a good guess.
No, he's
actually.
American. He's American.
Wait a minute. What's the position behind the silhouette? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not defensive.
Not
Yes, I was gonna
defenseman.
say.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Wait. Hold on a sec. It could be.
If you think it's anybody on the Islanders, just give it to me. If it's like a forward, and we can throw it. We can throw it in there because that'll knock off a couple things. He's
I
thinking.
got nothing right now.
He's
I
thinking.
got nothing
Oh,
right
never
now.
mind. He's
Yeah.
got nothing.
Wait, is no.
Oh! I thought Brett Benny was
No.
having a breakthrough. Carolina. So it looked like, is that Kotkaniemi?
That's what I was thinking, but I don't think it is.
Well, we're gonna try it because he's a forward and. Oh wait, he's Finnish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um,
There's also that shit.
Oops.
Uh,
Hey, it's not a center. Not a center. And
Young,
They're young.
young, rookie.
Wow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so it can't be an Islander because they're all over like 62 years old.
They're all collecting Social Security. Ow.
Is that?
Somebody on
Um,
the Devils, maybe.
Young
Ooh, good guess.
Canadian Devils winger. Severson? Is that a
He's a defenseman.
okay?
Do they have
No,
any
he's too. His
Canadians?
hair's too long.
They got some Canadians.
Oh wait,
Oh.
Jack Hughes is American. Damn it. Ah.
Yeah. He would have been a guess, but yeah. I mean, we can guess him and see. He's a center.
Can
though.
you-
Pittsburgh got any rookies going?
Could it be a goalie? Could it be like DeSmith or something? He's not a he's not a rookie,
try Hendrix Lapierre.
On Washington.
though.
He doesn't.
HEN.
I mean,
He's
it's
not there.
yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say. I think I know how to spell Hendrix. I watched Mighty Ducks too.
So
Is it-
he's not even in the
is
list.
it Lafreniere?
It might be. He does have some chin scruff.
And he's young.
Lafreniere. Hey, nice,
There we
Eric.
go.
Good job. Good job.
I was like, who's a like a really?
I was
young,
just going
like,
for
they got-
I
gotta
was
be
just
like
going
a
for young
number
Canadian
1 overall pick. if they're
Metro
playing in the
players.
league.
Nice. I didn't even think about him. Hasn't
Yeah.
he been scratched recently? Like multiple times?
That happened like a month back, I think, and
Oh,
then
okay.
he's kind of gotten into games more.
He's back-
There
back-
was a
back into it.
period though that he got
Yeah.
brought out.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed that hurdle. But we're going to take a little break, and then we'll be back. Just a little bit of NHL stuff, a little bit of fantasy, and then we'll be ood here.
Oh, yeah.
Ood here. Well, hello. We're back.
Hi.
All right. So first things first, OV corner. You know, I didn't actually look. But I did I did want to say he unfortunately is not playing right now because of the passing of his father. So
Yes.
prayers go out to him and his family. Hopefully they come through doing okay. That sucks. I think he was 71. That's pretty young. But it's unfortunate. I hope he's doing okay, and let's see how he's doing in goals. I think I might disband this. I'm gonna disband this segment if we go through another couple weeks and it's still 8-12.
Yeah.
because I'm starting to lose my mind every time. All right. So yeah. So prayers out to his family. Hope everything is okay, and I hope he gets nice closure. At least his dad was around to see him win the Stanley Cup. I think that's
That
nice.
is cool.
That's very nice.
That's really cool.
Okay. Speaking of Ovechkin adjacent, tomorrow, gentlemen. I don't know if you know this because I feel like the NHL hasn't done a great job of getting it out there.
Yeah.
But the Stadium Series game is tomorrow. Caps
my
and Canes. I believe it's in Carolina as well.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. I don't know what the temperature is supposed to be, but yeah. What do you guys
I have
think?
no idea either.
We talked about the
50s.
jerseys.
And I think I sent it to one of the group chats. Is from what I've seen of that arena, or
Looks
the stadium
nice.
they're doing it in, like I've never seen. I don't know. I think it's a football stadium.
It's got to
I
be.
think,
It's got to be.
but it like just the proportions of it, just because I think it's like a college one, just ended up working so much better for what like being able to watch a hockey game. Just from what
Yeah.
I've seen of like how the stands around it are set up, I'm like, oh, this is actually going to be pretty nice. Like you're going to
Yeah.
actually be able to watch a game,
Yeah.
not like be sitting front row and just be like,
What-
all right.
What time is the game tomorrow?
I don't
I have
even
no
know.
idea. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. I don't know.
If I was going to guess, I would say shit, probably later, right? I mean, I guess I don't have to guess. I can just look on here.
Yeah.
But I'm an idiot. I didn't think of that. 8 p.m. Yeah, so it's later.
Okay, it's
I
gonna be
will
like 40 degrees, so that's perfect.
Oh,
it does
yeah,
say
you
yes.
can-
It does say ESPN Plus.
No.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a watch
So,
on. I
might
might
actually be able to
throw
watch
it
it.
on the ESPN Plus. Then who knows? But
Yeah.
good for them.
What do you
Outdoor
guys
games
think?
are fun.
Will it be a good game?
I mean, probably it's two good teams. I don't know.
Or
Although
will it be a massacre?
Washington's
Washington is without Ovechkin.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Carolina's ridiculous. We'll have to see.
But Darcy Kemper sometimes just goes nuts.
That's true.
He
I
hasn't
think-
been doing a lot of that lately.
No.
But
No.
I want the Capitals to win because I think that good jersey design should be rewarded. Yes, and I think bad jersey design should be punished. Carolina.
I mean, it is. I that Washington one has really grown on me. It's kind of sick. The eagle wings.
Oh, it's
like,
awesome.
Going
It's a
into
sick
the
jersey.
arms,
It's
right?
very
Like,
cool.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
That's fun.
Whoever is on jersey design at Carolina, listen, if you're being held back by upper management, blink twice.
I think you
'Cause-
might have been.
Because we need something's got to change over there.
the like press release copywriter though, like they went off with the stuff they sent out. Like
yeah.
italicized numbers and letters
Because wind.
represent the force of the wind of a strong hurricane. Yeah, they were really trying there.
Yeah, hey, listen, they did their job.
Somebody had to try. The
Yeah.
Jersey guys weren't.
I
Um,
absolutely love the black and red on the Hurricanes jersey, like in that dark gray. Like I like the colors, but the way they use them and design the jersey, yeah, just draft.
They
Yeah.
just remind me of they did like a jersey, like a fashion line jersey series in like the early 2010s called the Blackout jersey.
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
it's literally
right.
it's literally
things
just
were-
it's literally just those.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
And
guys
those
remember?
were fun. Those were fun.
Do you guys
but-
remember when we were in college? You remember we played the pickup game that one time? Somebody
Everybody's
had
wearing
a Jets
one, right?
cane
Yeah.
one, I believe.
So
Wow,
Vander Kane,
throwback.
that is a throwback.
Throwback.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it was a
Like
nice jersey, too.
2012 throwback. Oh my god. Whenever I saw the Habs version of that, it just looked gross.
I can't even remember the Lightning one. Like I just can't.
Well, they just went and did it a couple years later and just added a gradient and took out the red.
That's right.
Although I don't know
Yeah.
if they probably didn't use red. I know that was just in a lot of them. Even if like jerseys of that team didn't use
Didn't-
red,
if
they
the
would
red
still
wasn't
use
part.
it. And that's,
Yeah.
it was a weird jersey line.
See, and here's the thing about the outdoor jerseys, which I can't remember. I want to say it was maybe Nick that brought it up when we talked about the Lightning ones last year, and like the Nashville ones. Because you're sitting so far away, there needs to be like you can't do a lot of detail because
It
the
has to be
fans are sitting so
simple,
far
yeah.
away. It's got to be simple. The
So naturally,
Washington
you
one,
put red lettering on
yeah,
black
the
background.
lack of contrast is rough for
That's
that.
gonna
It's
really
real
that's
bad.
gonna really work from the stands.
Um,
But the Washington one,
The Washington one's fantastic. It's got one
'Cause it's-
big shape.
just a massive W.
It's just a giant shape.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
They understood the assignment. All right, well, that's all I had for that. You guys got anything?
Not at all.
I was
for
also
that.
just happy that Washington finally used that logo as like a primary on a
Yeah.
jersey because they'd never done that before. It had always been a shoulder logo.
Yeah,
Um,
it is nice.
and it looks really good. So
Very nice.
yeah.
It's kind of odd that we have more to say about a jersey than the actual game, like the actual.
Well, I mean,
performance.
it's like the outdoor thing is like.
Is it played out now?
It's happened. Well, I mean, it's still like because I went to one in 2017. Like it's a cool thing to go to, but the novelty of it has worn out. Like we've just seen too many.
But
like that's just normal being human. Like
Yeah.
if you want to see a thing enough times, it
Yeah.
doesn't hold the same.
so the
appeal.
novelty's worn off as far as like TV viewing. But I'm guessing
Yeah.
obviously this is probably more for the live viewership.
It's really cool. Like it's cool to be sitting like in an open air like stadium and like watching it. Like it's cool.
I would like to go to
And
one.
the one that they did in Ottawa, they did it on BMO Field, which I think is like I think it doubles as a football and soccer field, but like the stands were set up in a much better way than most like American like football stadiums. Like it was much more well laid out for like an outdoor hockey game,
Okay.
and like super better than when they put them in baseball stadiums. I wouldn't go to one of those. I don't think I would go
Yeah.
to one of the ones they put in the baseball stadiums because you're just the chances of getting a good sight line.
They're just not good. It doesn't work.
The football stadiums just work better because it's a rectangle and
It's
a rectangle.
like symmetrical, yeah.
Yeah, like you can make it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good for them. I'm sure it'll be fun to be there. It'd be a cool experience. And I'm sure the tailgate, it'll be the biggest tailgate that's ever been at a hockey game, I'm guessing.
That's gotta be. If it's not, like, what are you doing? Doing it
So
wrong.
so good for them. Good for Carolina
it'll
getting
be
some outdoor games into more new markets. That's always fun.
It'll be fun. All right. So this one, I don't know if you guys saw this. I was just looking at the NHL website and looking through news. And I found this thing, and I should have read it, but I didn't. But it says Rangers and Capitals, and they're playing in. They're calling it Big City Greens. And underneath what it said was it's the first live animated telecast of a game.
So
Do you know what
I
this
have
is?
a little bit of an understanding just from I read a bit of the press release and
Okay.
also listened to the Steve Dangle podcast talk about it as well.
Oh, I'm behind on those.
Because you know how the NFL has been doing the Nickelodeon broadcasts?
Yeah. And there's like
apparently
slime and whatever.
Yeah, apparently Big City Greens is some show. I don't kids show, whatever. Apparently it's popular.
Probably a good thing that you don't know about it.
Yeah. But so they're gonna, I guess, because they've been adding a lot more like puck and player tracking over the last few years, like in chips and the jerseys and the pucks and everything. They're going to use that to render a very simple
like
cartoon animated hockey game.
Okay, that's awesome.
Probably gonna look like a video game from like 2002, but it's gonna have some of the characters from that show in it too, in the broadcast and everything and stuff.
Man,
And that is
see it.
I want to check out what that looks like. I want to see how the tech works and if it isn't glitchy as hell. But if it works right, I feel like could be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
So that's my brief understanding of it. And it's just like it's just a cool thing to try. Like I'm never gonna hate on them for like this thing's kind of weird, but it could be pretty fun. So what the fuck? Why not? Like that's always fun.
Yeah,
so
that is cool. Okay, that's what I thought. in my like when I was like thinking about it, like animated telecast, I was like, okay, so they're gonna like cartoonize it somehow, which is wild. But
Are they just gonna make like
Yeah.
really simple models of like all of the players on the two rosters?
I hope it's stick figures. Just stick figures skating around. That's pretty cool. I would like to see that. I'm guessing I can't see it because I don't have Nickelodeon.
I think it's on Disney. I think they're doing it on Disney.
Disney, like the like cable channel or like Disney Plus.
I want to say it's gonna be streaming because like they all own it. Like Disney owns ESPN.
They're all in the
ESPN.
same
Oh,
company.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's being broadcast on like the Disney Channel. I don't know. I haven't looked
The
into
Disney
it that
Channel,
much.
and then you draw the thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm gonna have to see some of that. I might have to like look up a video afterwards about it to actually see some of it, but we'll see. Okay. Let's talk about fantasy hockey real quick, and then I have one thing to end it off with.
Alrighty.
All right, so nothing really has changed. Last week we were it was a close race. Benny was up top, and my dad was like right behind.
Yeah, it
Like-
was not
like
a big
points
gap. It was like
behind?
it was like I think 5 points or something. It was tight.
It's gotten a little wider now. I'm back to 118 points back of Ben, and my dad is now 55 points back. So we're still there. I will say the longer we go here, Nick's 209 points back might start to get a little bit more
Yeah.
undoable. And Danielle's actually right behind him at 216, so Danielle could jump into fourth.
There's for movement there, but yeah,
Oh, totally.
we're running out of time.
Underneath
Yeah.
that, however, I think y'all are set.
I think that's probably what's gonna happen. Although who knows?
Look at Eric's
Mrs.
face.
Mrs. Campbell might take 6. You never know.
She might. It is a heated race for 6th.
Listen, all right. Either I get 6th, or depending on how the draft is set up next year, I get Connor McDavid. So I'm fine either way.
That's honestly
Fine either
true.
way.
So I was gonna have keeper players, but I have a feeling that Cody is not going to play, which will mean that
Mhm.
Connor McDavid jumps back into the draft pool. So we'll see.
Oh dear.
You might want
Oh,
to
dear.
throw Eric if you want to try and get Connor McDavid.
You don't think Cody's gonna do this next year? I mean,
don't think
well, just to draft to then have.
I mean,
everybody
that's
sit
just my
against-
assumption because he drafted, did it like really intensely for like a week, and then stopped looking. But but you know what? Maybe I'm gonna tell him this year that it's gonna be fantasy football style.
That might change
Yeah.
things.
Like it's not exactly because you will have to set your lineup every day, but
Yeah.
you'll be more in it for longer than this. You know, you have a
Yeah.
bad week and you're fucking 500 points back, and you're like, oh my god. Although my dad was ways back and he fought his way up.
If you chip away, you can do stuff.
It's all about like discipline and just like, you know,
steady progression.
exactly. But yeah, so that's where we're at now. I'm still trying. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm in third. I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna do my best to get up there. All right. So final thing I had to talk about, gentlemen. I don't know if we're gonna have a show next week because
Alright.
at this time next week, I'm gonna be in sunny Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Yep,
dude.
I'm visiting my sister and of course taking in a Lightning game.
There we go.
And
Good
seeing
for
my
you.
grandparents. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, take a good trip.
little vacation. So I'm guessing we're not gonna have a show. I will not be bringing my
Yeah.
giant computer with us.
Yeah, don't do that.
So we'll have no show next week, which means that our next show is going to be the post trade deadline show.
Oh man,
It
So-
is.
Yep. So we're not
We're
gonna.
gonna
It's gonna
be
be
on our
crazy.
Yeah, so-
We're gonna be coming back from our break just to, do the biggest day of the year.
Basically the
Mhm.
biggest day. Yep. So yeah. So no show next week. But listen, as soon as any trades happen, that Friday, what is it? The 3rd, March 3rd.
Yes. So what I say we just hop on. We don't do like our normal structure. We just do a trade-a-palooza.
I'm down.
Where
I'm down. Where we just
well,
go
it
over all the
has to-
trades.
has to depend on if they actually do things.
Yeah, there's
'Cause it
no
could be-
trades. We're here for the
Could be a-
Trade-a-Palooza. This 3rd round pick went for this 4th liner.
Oh yeah, that one
Yay.
could get like needlessly in depth about every
Yeah.
depth trade.
Now here's why this 4th liner is a great
It's gonna be-
addition.
It's going to be the key to the Seattle Kraken's cup run. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. Okay. Yeah, that's about it for tonight. Tune in 2 weeks for some live Trade-a-Palooza, hopefully. There's got to be some more trades. There's got to be.
Got it.
There's got to be.
Feels like there's been stuff like the Jacob Chikrin stuff that was happening over the weekend, where
He's gotta
everybody
get
was
traded.
like, it's literally about to happen. He's going to Los Angeles, and then
I mean, you're going to hold him out
Yeah,
and
like,
then not trade him? Like, no. I mean, maybe,
and,
I guess.
you know, you
but,
got
like,
Columbus looking for an insane amount for Gavrikov.
what are they looking
They
for?
want a first, a third, and a fourth for
Jesus,
No.
man.
Gavrikov.
no.
So the Leafs are
Which-
going to spend that.
Because they
Probably.
did that for
No.
Foligno, yeah.
We need this guy.
uh,
He's tough. He adds
who
grit.
knows? It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm
Yep.
looking forward to it.
And we will
I want
cover
to
it
see what
all.
my Habs can get.
Yeah, what the Habs can get. What if they do nothing? Will you throw a hissy fit?
No, because like it's not been a great year for establishing value for a lot of these players. As much as I've been saying, a lot of them have been coming on recently. It's not been great, and then
Yeah.
others like Monahan have been injured for large parts of it. So it's going to depend on what he can do coming back as he comes in the next few games. So it's still a lot of it's up in the air. So I won't be that mad if not a ton happens. I hope they do move out some guys. Like there's some guys like you got to move out Dadonov, you got to move out Duran if you can. Like they're expiring deals. Like
Yeah.
same with Monahan if you can, but I understand if you have a harder time just because we're like all
Yeah.
that jazz. I don't know.
Well,
We'll have to see.
we will have to see. I'm sure there will be a lot. I think the Canadians will be more busy than the Lightning. So,
The Lightning are going to grab somebody big. Luke Shen reunion?
God, I would love that. Actually, I mean, we don't need any. We need nothing. The Lightning need nothing. That's the thing. Like, they
You
literally
never
need
have
nothing.
too many defensemen for a playoff run, though.
Very true. I
Yeah.
was gonna say. That being said, I'm a big Luke Shen fan because he's just a solid, dependable guy back there. That'd be nice, but we'll have to wait and see.
We will.
All right, until March 3rd, everyone. Look forward
Third
to
time.
the Trade-a-Palooza.
Extraing the show is the charm.
Peace.